Hello and welcome to today's video. So basically, first and foremost, just ignore the acne. I get a really bad breakout on my chin. So just ignore that. So today's video, we are going to be having my dog Percy pick the books that I read. Pretty sure that was just him against the door. I'm gonna go get him. Hello! Special guest of the episode. We're going to have him pick the books that I read for a week, or maybe not a week, maybe just like the book that I read today. We'll see. I can't really decide what I want to read, like if I'd prefer to go with one of the romances that I just bought or Atmosphere of a Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I've seen a lot of people like crying to that one, so I'm a little worried about reading it, but it'll be fine. I absolutely adore her books. I want like everybody in my life to read The Famous Four, and I've read like from her backlist One True Loves. So for right now, the options that I'm going to give him include, as we were talking, Atmosphere of Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the Waterstones edition, exclusive signed edition. I got this while I was in Scotland. As you can see, there's the signature. I absolutely just like adore this copy. The US one is like, it's fine, but this one is gorgeous. So I'm so glad that I bought this while we were in the UK. And then I also bought the exclusive edition of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Let me show you guys that, because I might as well just do a quick little haul of the things that I got in Scotland in this video, right? Okay, so this is what it looks like, and there's that, and it's got one of these little tassel bookmark things. To all of my A Good Girl's Guide to Murder United States fans who have never seen the inside of a UK edition, prepare to be very, 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 to feel very left out, because each of her logs, like, oh my goodness, the quality of this and the look. These copies are also longer than our copies, so there's more information, and just within reading like the very first, I think it was only 5 pages that I read, there were so many differences between this one and our one, besides just the fact that it takes place in Little Kilton as opposed to Springfield? Where does it take place in the US one? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this is probably like my prized possession now. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm in love. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, the books that Percy has to choose from for me to read. As we said, Atmosphere, and then I see so many people talk about this author, but I haven't yet read any of her books, so I decided to pick up the most recent release just to kind of begin reading and see if I like the voice that she writes, and I like her voice and all that stuff. And that is Annabelle Monaghan, and this book is, it's a love story. I've seen some pretty good things about this one. A lot of people say that it's like top of her books, not like the favorite, but one of the top favorites. So that's good. I'm excited to read this one. Then we have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating, as well as Love and Other Words. Both of these are by Christina Lauren. I've seen so many people say great things about Christina Lauren. I don't think that I've ever read any of their books. This is an author duo, if you guys don't know. This book especially I see so many great things about, but this one I think is the one that I'm kind of leaning more towards. So there's these two. The one thing about this copy specifically that I'm a little hesitant to read is that it's bright white pages, and I like to read outside in the summer, and these pages kill your eyes after a while in like the bright sun. So not that really matters, but that is a quick little worry of mine. The final book that I have for Percy to pick out for me, is Battle of the Bookstores by Ali Brady, and I just discovered that Ali Brady is also a duo author group. Duo authors. I didn't know absolutely anything about this author or this book. I haven't seen anything about it, but I saw it at the bookstore. Under like one of the tables was books about books, and I saw this and it looked really cute, so I decided to pick it up. All that I know about it is that the male main character, owns a romance bookstore, and the female main character owns a more like highbrow serious literature bookstore, and they are neighbors, and they're gonna like have to compete to see which bookstore can stay, and something about the fact that he owns the romance bookstore is just so endearing to me, so I am looking forward to this one as well. These are the 5 books, oh my goodness, the 5 books that Percy has to pick from. Honestly, I don't know if I have a top one that I want him to pick, and I don't want to say anything and, you know, sway his opinion. But I think the 2 on the left, these 2 are the ones that I'm most looking forward to reading. But anyway, we're gonna have him pick, and we'll see which book I read, and then I'll keep you guys updated on the reading process. Okay, wait. We'll just do 2 books at a time. Pick. Okay. Pick. Alright, he's really liking the Annabelle Monaghan one. Pick. That one? Okay. And then, last but not least, pick. Atmosphere. Alrighty. This one? Okay. Here, have your point back. Good boy. It's time to take the dust cover off and begin Atmosphere. Oh, it's such a gorgeous copy. One last check-in before I continue reading. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this bag that I got when I bought the book in Waterstones. It was buy the book, get the bag free. Look at how gorgeous. I have yet to use it, but I want to so bad. I'm gonna take it to like a bookstore, on a picnic, everywhere. This is gonna be my prized possession, a free bag with this gorgeous book. Living a life of luxury. I just read page 147, so no spoilers or anything, but I'm in love with Griff. He's so sweet. That's all. Spoiler alert incoming. Skip to whatever time is on the screen. Y'all, my heart has actually just been shattered. Griff just died. I loved that. I loved that man. Now Griff and Hank and Steve, they're all dead, and I can guarantee Lydia's gonna die too. Vanessa too, probably. Taylor Jenkins Reid. Is my heart a joke to you? Is my sanity a joke to you? Because I'm starting to think it is. loved him so much. I finished the book. Okay. I had to take a couple minutes to collect myself, stop crying, get some thoughts together. I changed my shirt. Any F1 fans / Max fans, simply lovely. Hope you like my shirt. Anyway. Okay, so Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It broke me. Basically you follow Joan, and she's, you know, trying to become an astronaut and get up into space because she's loved stars her whole life. Is probably, like, she's such an amazing character in that she's completely selfless the entire time. Like, there isn't much that she does that is selfish and, like, purely based on her own needs rather than her sister's needs or her niece's needs or, like, everybody else around her, like, all of their needs. Every now and again, obviously, she'll kind of take her own destiny by the helm and, like, pursue what she wants. But that always kind of comes second to a lot of other people. And even still, she's just so, like, pure-hearted and good. I think, yeah, she's, like, one of my favorite characters, I think, that, first of all, just, like, in general, but also that Taylor Jenkins Reid has created. The story was just, like, it was so brilliantly crafted, and the characters, I fell in love with, like, every single one of them. As you guys saw, you know, I absolutely loved Griff, and I loved Hank and Donna and Lydia, even when she was being a little more, you know, prickly. I would very highly suggest this book. I rated it 4.75 stars, and on Goodreads, my little caption thing was that Taylor Jenkins Reid always knows how to hurt my heart. Editing Rachel here because past Rachel didn't do a very good job of explaining the plot of Atmosphere. So basically, as I stated, we follow Joan Goodwin, who wants to be an astronaut. Keep in mind this is 1980 when we first start. It's a dual timeline. So this is only the second class of astronaut cadets that are allowing women in with them. So already there's so much pressure on her and all of the other women who are part of the astronaut corps, or the cadets, because there's this one line where it says there are 4 men on the ship. So this is a lot later on when there's, like, the first ship that's being launched that has a woman inside of it, and a part of the crew. There's a quote that says there are 4 men on the ship, but every single woman in America is with them on the ship. And that kind of is how Joan and Lydia and Vanessa and Donna feel just being a part of the cadets, is that there's so much pressure on them to succeed and they have to work harder than the men and all of that. But basically we're following Joan as she is becoming an astronaut, and then there's the second part of the timeline in 1984 where Joan is Capcom. She has just returned from her shuttle into low Earth orbit, and so then Capcom, what she's doing is the only person that the astronauts can hear whilst they're up in the orbit. So she's the only one that can talk to the astronauts, and something goes terribly wrong on the mission, and she happens to be in love with one of the astronauts up there. So Taylor Jenkins Reid did this interview where she said that she really liked the idea of there being Capcom and then an astronaut, and the Capcom so desperately wants to save the person who is on the ship, but they can't do it with their own hands, so they just kind of have to talk through their love and try to like talk through them saving themselves. And honestly, that was probably like, it was such an amazing storyline, and it was so heartbreaking, and you could feel Joan's desperation to save her love, and yeah, I so strongly recommend this book. There's so many terrific quotes, and there's this like plotline of love, but not just like romantic love. You have Joan and her niece, as well as Joan and her love, and I think that all of these plot lines of love and all the different ways that it presents itself with her friends, with her niece, with her romantic love, it's just so incredibly heartwarming yet heartbreaking, and the storyline is just, it's all phenomenal, and I very strongly recommend it. There's a whole discussion about being a woman back in 1980, trying to prove yourself, being worthy of being in a man-dominated field, and how it's kind of ridiculous that they have to try to prove themselves to be men when they should be able to be women, but they have to instead kind of fit in with the men. So you see Lydia kind of laughing at their sexist jokes, and you see Joan getting frustrated at everything that they say, and they have to kind of just find a way to exist in this world. And then you have a whole bunch of other themes, and it's just, I keep saying it, but it's such a brilliant book, and I really enjoyed it, and I really suggest that you guys read it as well. If you guys have read it, please comment, and I want to discuss it with you, because, oh my goodness. Also, editing Rachel here, realizing that I didn't end this video, so here's just a quick little sign off. Here's a quick little shout out to Percy, my little sweet angel, for picking my book for me. He's got absolutely stellar book taste. I think I'm gonna start asking him to pick my books more often. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.